Okie dokie. Right, hello everybody. If we've not met before, my name's Heather and I'm one of the learning technologists on the Innovate team working for the EdTech Demo project. Today we're going to be looking at ThingLink. ThingLink is a fantastic tool which we're just going to go through. I'll sort the team out. There we go. I can just ask if anybody's in the meeting, if you can just pop yourself on mute, that would be awesome. Thank you. Okie dokie. So ThingLink. What is ThingLink? So today we're going to look at, what is it? What does it do? We're going to show you some examples. We're going to sort of show you some different examples of what you can do with ThingLink. We're going to show you just a little bit about just how to set up your account. And then we're going to go through a demo of how to create a ThingLink and also where you can actually put your ThingLinks. Now, I've set up a lot of things before the meeting, mainly because obviously it's going to take us a little bit takes a little bit of time just to kind of pull things from various places. So hopefully you'll be able to see sort of how it all works. So we'll start off with what is ThingLink. If you do have any questions, please just pop them in the chat or just raise your hand. I will try and keep an eye on the Teams meeting as well as my screen. But if you do have any questions, just pop them in the chat and I'll try and answer them as best as I can, and I will stop for questions along the way. Okay. So what is ThingLink? ThingLink is an app that you can create interactive resources. Okay, so basically resources such as images, video, anything that things like 360 images, and that you can basically place other resources into by using what we call tags. And we're going to show you some examples of those shortly. ThingLinks are fantastic. If you've got an image and you want to add different resources such as websites or media links or YouTube links or directions to other other types of resources, this is a great way of using ThingLink. You can add in explanations to an image. You can put in audio and video content. So if you've said, which you'll see in a second, if you've got a poster or an image of something, you can add in your own audio and video descriptions. One of the things that's become very popular to use ThingLink for is to create a virtual classroom. So an online space where you can place all of your resources for your class. Something that was very popular, certainly the first lockdown. This became a little bit of a, shall we say, a Twitter trend for certain teachers. It seemed to be the growing trend to create virtual classrooms using ThingLink. Another few examples. And the really cool thing about ThingLink, I think, is you can use images and if you've got access to a 360 camera, you can use a 360 camera to create virtual tours. And these have been very useful for the current situation because to create virtual tours of schools, of classrooms, so that students can just get a little bit of a familiar sense of either where they're going, if they're going to somewhere, or just to sort of have a sense of familiarity if a teacher has decided to use a virtual classroom to place their resources into. Okay, so just if there's no questions, just if everyone's no, okay, yeah, please feel free just to pop some questions in here now. I think the best thing is for us to show you some examples if you're not familiar with it. Okay, so if I just come out of here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Let me just go through these. Okay, so first of all, you can use ThingLink as for your lesson resources. Okay, so this is a ThingLink that somebody has created for science. I'm assuming it's called Components of the Universe. Now, as you notice, they've got an image of the universe, and basically they've added what we call tags. Okay, and these are basically little bits of further information that students can click on. As you can see, if you click on it, that, there's a little text button there. There's a YouTube clip that they can click on, that they'll take them to a YouTube clip. There is a sort of video resource, I think, in there as well. Oh no, that's a Google Slides resource. Okay, so there's different things you can embed in there. So there's lots of different types of media that you can add to a ThingLink. Okay, and again, it's just really nice. It's very interactive, and it's just a really great way of just pulling your resources together. That was a universe sort of science project. I've got to let me just move out of the way so I can see my next thing was. There we go. Yeah, so you've got, this is a 360 image of the Giant's Causeway. Now, I will have to say the majority of these images and things that I'm showing you are actually from the ThingLink website themselves. So ThingLink has an explore section. So if you've got, for example, if you've got if you've got a subject that you actually just you're not going to be able to find the image for it, it's worth looking in this explore library. It's very similar to other types of apps that have got things like a discovery library, or a library where people have added their own images and resources. Okay, so this was just one I took from there, but of course these can be really nice resources for things like geography, for history. There's one here, this is in Egypt. It just gives the students a little bit of a sense of the place. The great thing with ThingLink is if you ever use 360 images, is that you can move them around. So you can see, look, I can move them around and I can see everything that's happening. There we go. And of course, like you've just said, like you saw with the other one, I could potentially add further tags to this image with further explanations. Okay, so if I wanted to, because I've taken this from the sort of Discover library, I can edit. It's basically cloned it, and I can edit this for my own purposes. Okay, there we go. This is a really good one for science. Okay, so if you've got an image of, for example, something like a part of the anatomy, or this also could work for things like engineering. It could work for construction. I'm thinking of things if you've got to sort of break down something like a car engine or a piece of machinery. This could be a really good option for you. So this, as you can see here, there's a picture of the heart, and basically there's little tags onto it that say what each thing does, and you could again put that in, and you could maybe sort of add additional tags to send them off to things like maybe video links, or even sort of yourself explaining what the different parts are. Okay, I just included this because I thought it was super cute. This is a baby polar bear. And again, this would be very good for animal care if you're teaching animal care and you are basically sort of pointing out the different parts of the animal or the anatomy. And as you can see on this, there's little tags added to each part of the little polar bear, their little claws, to help them to grab onto things. They can look far away. I just thought that was super cute. Okay, and history, geography. This is a map that somebody has created of the sort of progression of the Roman Empire, and basically they've added tags in here as well. With different Roman emperors, different pieces of information on there, as just to give sort of students a visual image of where things are and where things are placed. So this is obviously, so each sort of these tags just as additional information about each emperor. Okay. So again, this is sort of continuing on for the lesson resources theme. So this is an English ThingLink, and this is all about figurative language. So they've got an image here that's all got different examples of figurative language. And I thought the cool thing about this was they added some video and other resources just to kind of give examples. So here we go, we've got a simile, example of simile, and they've added in some videos of a music video to explain, you know, this video has in similes and what they are. There's a little bit of a quiz link there. There's also another song there. So there's a few different ways that, you know, that they've used this. So they've got an image of, say, for example, if you had a poster of something, they've created a virtual poster that then, instead of just having the information on the poster, it's been able to link off to other examples and resources. Okay. So this was very popular in lockdown. This was the virtual classroom, as it were, or the Bitmoji classroom. Bitmoji is these little cartoons, and I know many sort of teaching staff decided to make their own Bitmoji versions of themselves. Basically, what you've got here is somebody's obviously taken an image of a library, and basically they've I think what they've done is they've used either, you know, Google Slides or PowerPoint, and then they've basically added these little tables in here as well as these little images. Okay, this is essentially how you create these Bitmoji or virtual classrooms. Is you take you can create them using PowerPoint. I've done it myself, and basically you create a PowerPoint slide and you add an image of a background, and then you just add little images of whatever it is that you want them to direct to, and then you can add your Bitmoji, which is just, again, it's just an image. So you're just basically building up a series of images on a slide, and then you export the slide as an image again. Okay. And what this person here has done is that they've created that, and then they've just added the tags using the ThingLink. And as you can see, if you look on these tags, there's lots of different pieces of information on here as well. Okay, it looks like there's a video, there's some images. There we go. Oh, let's just go back from there. Let me just keep going because I've got a couple of these. So this was just an example of a library that somebody's done. This is a classroom. So this is a classroom in Wales that somebody has decided to add to this. Now this is a 360 image. I appreciate not everybody has access to a 360 camera. The proper 360 cameras are quite expensive, if I'm right. But you know, I know some phones have options to do like panorama shots. You may have a phone that has an option to do a 360 image. You know, if you wanted to try that, that may be an option for you. But again, with the 360 images, the great thing about them is that you can kind of move them around, so you can really get a sense of where you are. Okay, so this is just a classroom that's obviously been included in either a tour or just to sort of get a bit of information. And actually, this is a really nice way of introducing students. If any of you do virtual, you know, sort of the virtual open days, or you know, anything like that, you know, this could be, you know, any kind of virtual introductions for students. You know, this is a nice way of just so they can just have a look at, you know, just have a little bit of a look around. Okay, here's another example of a Bitmoji classroom, as you can see. So this, again, it's just been created. I think this has just either been created on something like PowerPoint, and all they've done is they've just added in just all of these images. And so as you can see, each sort of little book here has got a little tag on it, and it sort of takes them to a little video. It's about the book, or sort of, you know, takes them somewhere else. They're not the quickest thing to do, these Bitmoji classrooms. There is lots of tutorials on YouTube. If you literally just put in virtual classroom or Bitmoji classroom, there's loads of tutorials on YouTube. That's basically how I learned to do them. And this is a nice little, I think this is a nice little classroom. So this is a lady that's put this all together, and she's put little images on here. And then she's added in little YouTube clips as well. There's some really nice things on here, like vocal warm-ups. there we go. There's a little task for them to do. There's a link to an app there. I do like this one. I think this is a nice little example because it's very simple. And you know, this is something that could just be set up, you know, sort of not, this is something that wouldn't take too long to set up, but it's just got all sorts of nice it's got some nice resources in here, sort of video resources, links that they could complete whilst they're working remotely. And the final thing we're going to look at is the virtual tours. So the virtual tours are created using either images, just normal images, or you can use, as this one's used here, a 360 image. So this is a school in Wales, again, that I've it was on the Explore library, but it's really nice. I really like it. It's got sort of, it starts at the entrance, and basically what they can do is it has little tags on that tell the students or the parents the information about the school, and then basically they can work their way through the school. So if I just click on this little E button, this will take me through that door to the next part of the school, as you can see here. And if I click on that again, that will take me back to the entrance. And this is a tag. Okay, so this is an example of a little tag that you can add in that will take you to, instead of taking you to a website or taking you to a video, it will take you to another scene, as it were, because all of these are called scenes. All the images and things are called scenes. So it'll take you to something else that you've created. Okay, and again, you can just click on these little tags and it'll take them through. I'm just going to keep going with this, and it takes them to the next bit. Oh, it's decided to slow down. Oh, there we go. And one thing I really like about this as well is that they've added little introductions. So if you just click on any of these here, there's a little message there from the teacher that he's included, and then there's also and some other bits and pieces in there. So I do think that's a nice idea. We did one very similar for our library. So this is our HE library at Grimsby. And sort of I put this sort of together because we needed to do a virtual induction, basically, because we couldn't do it. So each of these tags just sort of takes them to somewhere or tells them what they need to do. We created some videos for our self-service machines. I included those as tags so that it tells them what they need to do. And again, we've created a little bit of a virtual tour with this. So if you click on the tags, this will take them further into the library. It will take them upstairs into the library. There we go. So this is the back of the library. And you can sort of see, again, because we did it on a 360 camera, we can sort of move it around a little bit. And yeah, here you go, you can go upstairs. And each of these is, say, it's just a tag that you add to the image. I think, yeah, and that's the upstairs. And again, we've got videos, introductions, resources. And it just can be added to a sort of a virtual induction that students can just get a real kind of idea about what to expect. And if they're anything like me, just basically have a good old nose around and see what they're what they can expect. Okie dokie, I think that's pretty much everything. Oh yes, this is just another similar type of thing, which is was taken from the Explore library. It's a sort of an image of Rome, if you sort of needed to use that. So hopefully that's given you some ideas of what you would use ThingLink for, and how you can use ThingLink in your sort of teaching and learning. So we're just going to go into now how we go about creating an account. Okay, so we just pop back here. So the main thing about ThingLink is that you can get a free account. Okay, you must make sure, if you're a teacher, you sign up for the education account. So say that you're a teacher and you need to sign up for the education account. The reason that is because you do get a little bit more than just the regular free accounts. There's a few more features that you get access to as a teacher. Okay, well, if you do the regular sort of bog standard free account for personal use, you don't get as much. Okay, and what I've done is I wanted to sort of create an account and show you what it looks like as a completely free account. So I've got one that's a premium account. I didn't want to show you that because I thought, you know, if you might not have the same features if you wanted to sign up for this. I just wanted to stop because I appreciate that I've been talking for a little while. Would anybody like to ask anything before I sort of move on and sort of go into a bit of a demo? No. Okay, that's fine. Just pop anything in the chat if you need to. Okay, so this is my account. Now, if you are wanting to just go into a new window, there we go. So if you're wanting to sign up for an account, all you need to do is go to ThingLink.com. Oh no, it's signed me up as that. Anyway, ThingLink.com, and there is a nice big button that says log on, okay, or sign up, okay. And all you need to do is if you're at a college or school that's got a Microsoft account or any kind of account, it does do the single sign on, so you can just sign up for this using your work account, okay. It will take you through a few questions, okay. So what will ask you what you're using it for. You're an educator, you're a student. And then it will sort of set you up. Now, when you see this, when I first actually started my account using this Oliver Sudden email address, it didn't look like this. It sent me to the new interface. Now, the new interface looks very different to this. Now, I was panicking a little bit because I was like, everything I have looks like this, and this is new. Now, the new interface, you can try out, but it does not look like this, okay. And I found it quite hard to find the explore buttons and a few of these other bits and pieces on here. So what you can actually do is, if when you sign up it doesn't look like this, you can change it so that it does look like this. And what you need to do, you need to go to your account, and then what you'll need to do is click on account settings, and there'll be a little button that says interface settings, okay. And what you will have it on is probably the same interface, but you can change it to the Riovosky interface. It doesn't really make any difference, it just means it'll say that it's on that interface, and you just can change it back, okay. So that's what I would do, but by all means you can try the newer interface if you would like. It's just that I'm quite familiar with this interface, and actually the Microsoft Education course that I will refer to at the end refers to this interface that I'm using. So let's just go back. Let me go back. There we go. Okay, so once you've done that, basically, or if you like, once you've done that, this is what you get, okay. So again, I'm just on a normal regular free account here, okay. So you've got your media here, and this is where if you just sort of upload an image and you don't organize it, this will just appear on here. It will give you some example sort of interactive images that you can use. However, you can also build them up into collections as well, okay. Now, you've got a few different options on here. Some of these will not be available because they're premium options, but the main thing I just wanted to sort of draw your attention to is this explore button here. The reason that I wanted to draw this to you is because this will actually give you lots of different examples of the types of ThingLinks that you can use. And as you can see, there's lots of little examples on here, but if, for example, you think, you know what, I need to sort of have, I would like to sort of see a ThingLink for history, you can search through, and for example, if I just put in history here, this will give me all the ThingLinks that are already created by, say, other people that are available on the ThingLink Discovery Library. And what you can do, like I did here, you can just take those and you can sort of, you can clone them. So if I just use the little dots at the top there, the action button, I can clone that, and that basically will put that into my library, and I can actually edit that if I wanted to. Okay, right. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go, and it's there, look. Right, so if I wanted to create a ThingLink, all I need to do is I need to first of all get some images ready, okay? So what you'll need to do is make sure that you've got your images downloaded onto your device, and then all you do is you click this create button at the top, and then you click upload image, upload video, VR image, etc. I'm not going to do that today because obviously it'll bring up my computer files, so I have already pre-uploaded some images already, and then when you do upload them, you will get, show you this one, there we go. Okay, this is what it will look like, but it'll pretty much go straight to the editing section, which is here. Okay, so what I want to do is add some tags to this. Okay, so as you can see, so each of these images or videos are called scenes. Okay, so the actual terminology is for them, they're called scenes. And if I wanted to just simply add a a tag to this with some more information, direct them to some resources, I can simply click on add tag. Now, as you can see, it's placed my tag here, and I have different options. Okay, so I could add text and media. Okay, I can add a text label, I can add a content from a website. Okay, so basically I could embed or content if I wanted to. I can also create the tour, okay, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to have a little go at that sort of at the moment and just show you what that means. Now, the tour relies on you already having another scene available. Okay, so what you'll need to do is if you know that you, for example, wanting, you're wanting to create your tour, then I would upload all your images and create your different scenes and then create your tour from there. Okay, so if I wanted to add a tag with a website in, which I'm going to do now. Let's go back to here. There we go. Right, so I've got a little video of the solar system, which I'm going to just copy, and then I'm going to go back to here. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to get rid of this tag here. There we go. Actually, well, let me do that. There we go. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add text. I can either add text and media, or I can add content for the website. Okay, so I'm going to click on add content for website. I'm going to paste my YouTube link in there. There we go. There we go. So that's my YouTube links there. I'm going to change the icon. Okay, so I want to change that to, I'm going to make it look so it looks like a YouTube video. So I'm going to use this little video tool here, and I'm going to change the color of it. There we go. And then if I click done, there we go. It's there, look. So I can put that wherever I want to put that. And then essentially where students want to click on that, they can click on that, and that will open up that video for them. Right. I've got another scene that I want them to direct them to. Okay, so you could create this for, I'm going to imagine that I'm going to create little bits of information that takes them off to different planets. Okay, so I'm going to add a tag, and then I'm going to create a tour because I've already got another scene that I wanted to put in there. So I'm going to create a tour, and I'm going to select my scene. So from here, I want them to go to here where it says Mars planet. That's it, and then they're going to, let's put that on here. So then they can click on that, and that will take them to that scene. Okay, just put there we go. There we go. So then just click done. There is a little bit of the thing here where you can actually sort of add a little question onto your tag as well. If you wanted them to answer some questions, that'd be something that you could add into there as well. I'm just going to click done. There we go. And then I've got my tag there. If I wanted to, I could actually edit the icon if I wanted to. Should we do that? I might do that. Let's just change that to that. And well, should we change it to that colour? Yes, we will. There we go. There we go. And then so I've started putting together my sort of little tags on my scene. So I'm happy with that, and I'm just going to click done. Okay, right. Okay, I'm just going to show you again how we can just kind of build up those scenes. So I'm just going to go back to my say my Mars planet here. And if I wanted to just let me just edit that. That's just, as I say, it's just an image that I've already added in. Again, I could just add in some. If I wanted to add in a website, I could do that. So or videos, I could do that. So I'm just going to quickly do that now. So I've got here a day on Mars, and I need to add that in there. So add a tag. So I'm going to do add text and media. I'm going to do a little icon here. And we go. I'm just going to put, oh, what was my website? There we go. I've forgotten what it was. There we go. Let's go back. Oh yeah, day on Mars, that was it. Yeah. So day on Mars. Put the description in. Okay. Day on Mars, and then add that in there, and then just put the bottom text, day on Mars. And you can add in images if you wanted to. Again, this will just sort of, if I just click on this here, it'll take me to my files. Is that there? Okay, and that will just take me to my files with all my pictures and things on, and then I can just upload an image to that particular tag as well. Now, the one thing I wanted to point out as well, if you decided to add lots of text into this, students can actually use Immersive Reader. Immersive Reader will actually put the tag, put the tag into Immersive Reader, and then that will obviously read them for it. They can change the preferences using Immersive Reader. They can have it read out to them, etc. Okay. And then I'm happy with that. I can actually upload some audio if I wanted to, so I could click on that, and I can upload an audio file if I wanted to, and I can delete it. Okay, so I'm going to click done. There we go. So that's added that in there. And again, if I wanted to create a tour to another scene, or I wanted to add some more content from the website, for example, I can do that by simply just going back to my website. Let's just add this here. And then just, there we go. Oh, there we go. Mars. And then I can just add that in there. Okay, and then if I wanted to, let's just create another tour. If I wanted to go to another scene, which I've created, so this one about the actual surface of Mars, I can add that in there. There we go. I've created a little scene there. I'm going to change that to a little icon like that. There we go. Okay. So that's created another little scene, and I can click done. And basically what that's going to do is that's going to create a little tour for me. Oh, it hasn't changed my icon. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway. Okay, so that's created a little tour. So now if I go back to my solar system, if I click on that now, and then I click on my Mars, it'll take me to that Mars. There we go. And I can do the same thing. So that will take me to another scene, which again has further information on it. Okay, so there's just a few things that you could add into your ThingLink. So if we're thinking about sharing this, how do we share it with the students? So if you, first of all, what you need to do is you need to make sure that your ThingLink is visible. So what you would do is you would go to the settings, and you need to make sure that the privacy settings are set up. So you can do my organisation if you wanted to, but I would either do that one or unlisted. So you're not obviously making it available for the public. All right. And so if you click on save, that's fine. It's unlisted. So again, if you think, well, you know what, I just want to sort of just let my students see this, that's fine. You may need to set it to public if you wanted to set up, say, something like, say, a virtual tour that's going to be going out to the public, for example, or you can just set it as unlisted. If you're embedding it into a website, you can just set it as unlisted, and only then the people accessing that website and seeing that link there will be able to see it. Okay, make sure you just don't have it as private, because then nobody will see it. Right, okay, so that's saved. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click share. So you've got a few different options here. You can embed your ThingLink, which if you've got an LMS such as Canvas, potentially, or Moodle, you can embed that into a page. You can also use the share link. So if you've got something like Class Notebook, you can share that into Class Notebook, which is what we're going to do now. You can obviously send it to your social media, etc., and you can download it. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to just use this share link. I'm just going to show you how you can send it to your, if you've got a Class Notebook, you can add it to Class Notebook. So I have got a Class Notebook ready. So, for example, if I wanted to just add it here, let's just I've got a page on here. And the great thing about Class Notebook, that this is another example of a piece of software that literally you can share the link and it embeds straight away. Okay, so if I just copy paste that in there, press enter, the magic happens and it embeds within my Class Notebook. And the great thing is because it's embedded, that the students can click on it. So if I just, so they can click on that and that'll go to the tour. There we go. Oh, I need to make that available. Let's just make that available, because that's there we go. You can see how that works. This is why it's important to set your visibility for all of your scenes as well. So it goes to the Mars planet, and let's just change that visibility. There we go. Save. There we go. So I've just set that as unlisted. So now if I just pop back to my my Class Notebook, hopefully you can see that, and then hopefully now if I click on that, that's worked. Yes, that's worked very well. Okay, so there you go. So that's an example of how you can do it on Class Notebook. There is actually a Teams app as well. If I just go on the Teams app, okay, we just pop back to my Teams. Okay, so this is the demo team that I've created. Okay, and I've actually got my ThingLink files here. Okay, so these are all the files I've got on here. What you can do is you can add the app as a tab at the top of your channel. Now that's come up there, but all you need to do is just search for ThingLink. Oh, and then it will appear, and then you can add it, and then you can log in. Okay, so you can add that to the top of your your Teams as well. So I think I have pretty much covered most things. I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check everything that I've done. Yep, I think we've done everything. Yep, okay. Yep, so that's fine. Just put that back there. Okay, so I think I've pretty much covered everything for that particular app. If anybody has got any questions, or they would like to do a little bit more training on ThingLink, there is a ThingLink course on the Mac. Obviously, I'll put my PowerPoint in the team, so you can have a look at it on the EdTech Demo Hub team. So you can go to that app. And if anybody would like to use this training to get some points on the Microsoft Educator community, you've got the code there, and you can just use it to get some points. But I've pretty much gone over everything. If anybody's got any questions, please just, yeah, now's the time.